This is Hannah. Hannah wears different outfits depending on her activities. She's out for a run, presenting at the office, or hanging out with her friends. Just like Hannah, sometimes we represent numbers in different ways depending on the situation. In this video, we are going to take a look at the relationship between percentages, fractions, and decimals. They can all have the same value, but be represented differently, or wear a different outfit, if you will, depending on the situation. Let's start with looking at how to convert percentages to fractions and then fractions to decimals. Pretend you got 80% on your last test. Congrats, you must have studied hard. If you're familiar with French or Latin, you'll recognize that cent or cent means 100, and so percentage or percent is per 100. With that in mind, we can write it as 80% as a fraction per 100, or 80 out of 100. Now, a fraction that is out of is another way of representing a division statement. So if we divide 80 by 100, we get 0.8, or our decimal representation of this number. Now let's try going fractions to percentages to decimals. In this scenario, you got 19 marks out of a possible 25 on the last quiz. To find our percentage, we can use equivalent fractions, since we know that percentages are just fractions out of 100. So 19 out of 25 is equal to something out of 100. We need to figure out how many times bigger 100 is than 25. So 100 divided by 25 is 4, meaning that it is 4 times bigger. So 25 times 4 gives us 100, which means we need to figure out what is 4 times bigger than 19. 19 times 4 is 76. So an equivalent fraction is 76 out of 100, which we of course know can also be represented as 76%. Using that same equivalent fraction of 76 out of 100, we can get our cue to divide. So 76 divided by 100 is equal to 76 hundredths, or 0.76. We've got one other combination of conversions we can look at. Let's convert 0.65, or 65 hundredths, to a fraction and a percentage. We need to figure out what this number would be per 100, and so we can multiply it by 100. Now, really, the name gives you a hint. 65 hundredths is equal to 65 out of 100. This, of course, makes it really easy for us to figure out the percentage as well, which is, of course, 65%.